This is how you do a reverse bay park in between two cars. The main thing you want to make sure is that you don't start too close. So if you start too close and you turn, your car is going to go straight towards the car that you're parking next to. What you should do is start far away from the cars that you're parking next to. So I'm going to go a bit more towards the left, create some space between me and the cars there. We are going to use the same reference as usual, so the 3-line method. So counting 3 lines from the bay that we want to park in, it should still work even though we're parking in between two cars. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to look around, make sure it's safe, start reversing back. It's really important to remember what line it is, because if you use the wrong line, you're going to end up going into the wrong bay. So 1, 2, 3, which is right there. Once that's in the middle of my door, I'm going to do a full lock towards the right. So once it's like there, I'll do a full lock, checking all around again. Going really slowly with my clutch, making sure I don't go too high up. If I go too high up, it's going to go too fast. Making sure it's going nice and slow. I'm checking my mirror now as well on this side, make sure that there's a gap between this car and my car. And also checking on that side too, checking behind, keeping it nice and slow. It's looking good right now. It's going into the bay. I can see the line on this side and my wheel is on this side of the line, which means it's going into the bay. So all I need to do is keep it locked towards the right for now. And just waiting for it to be straight in the bay, looking both sides, and it's looking straight, so I can straighten up now. And then I can reverse back. I can make tiny adjustments on the way back in. Don't do big turns here. Just small, tiny adjustments, and you notice the whole time I'm keeping it nice and slow. The last thing I'm going to do here is go fast because there's not much space. And once I get inside, I can fully stop, handbrake, neutral, and then relax. When it comes to coming out of this bay now, because we're next to parked cars, you need to do it really carefully. If you do it wrong, you could end up scratching this car. So we're going to go towards the right. So some people would do it the wrong way by turning way too early like now. If I turn too early like this, you see, I'm going to get really close to this car. I'm going to stop before I scratch it because obviously I don't want to damage this person's car. The correct way to do it is come out a bit first and then make your turn. So I'm going to look around, make sure it's safe. I put a signal on just to let people know I'm coming out. Then I'm going to come out really slowly, go forward first. Now once I get to like around here, I can see the back of my car is almost out of the bay, and then I can make my turn towards the right. That way I'm not going to scratch the car, and the whole time I was still checking that mirror to make sure I'm not getting too close in case I've made a mistake. If you've somehow misjudged it and you're going to go too close to the other car, I'll show you how to fix that. So let's say I've missed my reference point and then I'm start turning a bit late. I'm going towards this car and I can see loads of space between this line and this car and this car. There's lots of space there, which means it's not going right. So at some point I'm gonna have to stop because it's not gonna work. So I'll stop before I hit that car over there. And I know I need to go more this side. It's gonna sound counterintuitive, but I'm gonna actually turn left so that my front of the car goes towards the left and then the back goes a bit towards this side to the right. Yeah. So I'm gonna turn towards the left, like that. That way you see the back of my car is going more towards the side that I want. Then I'll stop there before I go too far, get into reverse, look around. I'm going to turn a bit towards the right because there's more space that way. Just nice and slowly, and I can see there's a space between this car and my car now. There's a gap there, so which means I'm not going to hit it. There's also a gap on this side as well, so I've got lots of room. Now the car's inside the bay, looking around the whole time, making small adjustments. I don't want to keep the steering wheel like that the whole time, because if I do, right now I'm at this angle, it's going to go too much towards this car over here. So once the car's in the bay on this side, I'm going to turn a little bit left just to make sure that it's straight by the time I finish. Looking all around me as well, looking behind, and then straightening up now because I can see both sides look straight. And then once I'm in the bay, I can clutch down, brake, handbrake on, neutral, and that's done. Once you get a bit more experience, you can do it with that reference point. All it means then is that you have to make adjustments as you're making the turn and using the mirrors to judge how much to turn left or right. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to get into reverse, look all around, and I'm not using my reference point. I'm just going to look at the cars and then start turning when I think it's time to turn. Looking around me as well, making sure there's no one around. There's kids potentially behind me, dogs. So see here, I'm a bit too far. So I can see lots of space on this side, which means I need to turn more this side. I'm going to keep going back, keeping an eye on that side over there, braking a little bit just to double check. It's looking okay so far. I've got lots of room on the right side, so I'm going to stop the car. I'm going to go forward a bit. So don't be afraid to do this, guys. You can do this quite easily. Just go forward a bit, create some space between you and the other cars, look around, reversing back, nice and slow, just making adjustments the whole time. I'm just looking at the car, seeing where it is, where there's more space, and turning towards the space. And then once it's straight, straightening up my wheels, looking back again. And then once I'm in the bay, come to a full stop by putting my clutch and brake, handbrake on, neutral, and that's done. So that's how you do a bay parking between parked cars. I'm going to show you how to do a forward one on the next video, so make sure you check out that one. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.